Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Today, we are headed to Tulsa to go watch Mandalorian and Grogu for the second time. I did go watch it last week with my dad. My dad and I went and watched it, and we got these cool, collectible Mandalorian and Grogu card playing cards, card game cards. It's kind of like Pokemon TCG or Magic the Gathering or any of those, trading card games. They were handing those out when we went last weekend to opening night, and we both really enjoyed the movie, but I wasn't able to review it or anything because I got busy with other things and editing other movies and stuff. I've been working on my scary movie reactions. I've got 1 through 3 up already on the channel. I will have 4 and 5 up hopefully this week. Yeah, I'm hoping to start my Toy Story reactions as well. And of course, I'm halfway through book 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I will have volume 3 next week, and then volume 4 the week after that to finish out book 2. But yeah. Today I am going back to rewatch Mandalorian and Grogu. This time in the IMAX, because last time we watched in Dolby Cinema, which was phenomenal. And they have, reclining seats and stuff in the Dolby. But I want to go watch it on the biggest screen now. So I'm going to go watch it on IMAX. Then after that, I will go watch the new Backrooms movie that I've been very excited for the past couple weeks. I've been watching several backroom breakdown videos, mostly from Film Theorist or Game Theorist, those two channels been covering the Backrooms quite a bit lately. Yeah, that's the plan for today, is to go rewatch Mandalorian and Grogu in the IMAX, and then watch Backrooms, and then I will have a review for both of those. I did write down a few notes in my phone last week after the first time I watched Mandalorian and Grogu, because I was planning on making a review this week, and then I just haven't been able to. So I'm gonna add it to this review for the Backrooms. Yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu was phenomenal. My favorite parts of that movie is Grogu and the Unzealings, the little guys, Babu Frick. Yeah, I love those little guys. Like, come on, baby, come on. or when it zooms out from them at the end of the tunnel and it says, "Big pipe, huh?" Oh my gosh, that movie's so funny. And it's going to be even better in IMAX, I'm sure of it. Hello, y'all. I am back from watching Mandalorian and Grogu in the IMAX. And yeah, the second time was even better on the big screen. My dad and I watched it in Dolby last week, which I prefer Dolby over most things. But I wanted to give this chance in the IMAX as well. And yeah, what an experience, man. This movie is phenomenal. The beginning, not so much. Like the beginning's good, but it doesn't really pick up for me until it hits about the middle of the movie, when it's Grogu and the Unzealings off on their own mission. Like, Grogu suits up and start and goes off on his own mission with the Angelans to try and get Mando back once he's been taken from the bounty hunter. Then, yeah, after that, then it's Grogu by himself protecting and taking care of Mando over on, I don't know what the planet's called, but it kind of gives me like Dagobah vibes of, you know, Yoda and Luke on Dagobah. It kind of gives me that kind of vibes, you know, just in the bayou in New Orleans. The only thing that was missing was New Orleans, like, music, but I still think Ludwig's music was phenomenal. Like, it's one of the best parts of this movie, other than the practical effects. Like, the practical effects and the practical sets that they used for this film was my favorite part of this movie. It just, yeah, my favorite parts of this movie was Grogu and the Angelans and the practical and like the puppetry, like, parts of the movie. Like, those were my favorite parts of the movie, were practical effects and the puppetry and the practical sets, not using the volume, but like actually building out sets. And yeah, then Ludwig's music on top of that, and the directing is done by Jon Favreau, one of my favorite directors. And then, of course, the cameo of Dave Filoni himself. Like, this whole movie was made for me. That movie was made for me. I loved it. I loved it. Like, Grogu was so fucking adorable during this movie. One of my favorite movies that I break out laughing every time is Grogu hopping up in the crib and putting the handle down in sport mode like he was wearing Crocs. and then taking off in the crib before Mando starts following him to chase after Rhoda. And yeah, oh my gosh, man. Yeah, and then of course on that planet before that happens is the fighting with the other creatures, basically Fight Club, but we finally see the creatures of the game that everyone's been playing throughout Star Wars. If you guys know what I'm talking about. The game that everyone's been playing throughout Star Wars, we finally actually see those creatures fighting in real life with Mando and Rhoda. And then kind of gives me like the Lego Clone Wars, not the normal Lego Star Wars games, but the Lego Clone Wars game where it's just like the fighting arena. Kind of gives me that kind of vibes. But yeah, I really enjoyed Rhoda. Most people are like bashing on him or saying that Jeremy Allen White wasn't really needed for the voice of Rhoda, but I enjoyed Rhoda. I really did. Seeing him and Grogu out on the beach was just fucking adorable, man. Like, just give them peace and let them, you know, just live and just have fun. like, seeing that was just fucking adorable. And watching Mando watch them have fun out on the beach was just, yeah, that was everything. And then, of course, I can't forget Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. Like, he felt pretty wasted in this movie, honestly. For them bringing him in, yeah, I would have liked to see more of Zeb. Like, they didn't give us enough of Zeb. They kind of wasted him. He was just a pilot, pretty much, this whole movie. Which, I understand that's who he is just a pilot. kind of like, well, I was gonna say Sabine, but Sabine's not really a pilot. She does a lot more than that. And Zeb's not really just a pilot. He does a lot in Rebels. But in this movie, they kind of used him as just a pilot. And same as Dave Filoni's character, like they popped him up as just a pilot, like in the bar, and then later we see him. He's the one that sees Mando there at the end to go and pick him up. Um, and then of course I can't forget about the Asian pilot either, who's from the sequel movies, who plays Simu Liu's dad in Kim's what is it? Kim's Convenience, I think is the name of that show. I loved seeing him in this as well. Like he just pops up at random times in random movies or shows just as a pilot, you know. So seeing him, yeah, just the random cameos. But my favorite parts of this movie was Grogu and the Anzellans, or the Babu Fricks. Of yeah, this the practical effects and the like seeing the behind the scenes. If you've never seen a naked Grogu, here you go. You have now. Here's what Grogu looks like underneath with all of his like animatronics and stuff, or the behind the scenes photo of the Anzellans and Grogu, like in the ship, the practical, like actual build of the puppets and the ship. Yeah, here's a photo of that one. Like I really enjoy this movie and seeing the behind the scenes of stuff, like of how the movie was made. I really need to go back and watch like the commentaries of the old Star Wars movies. And yeah, watch the commentary of this movie once the DVD comes out. I'm gonna have to watch all that and yeah, look at the behind the scenes and see things I missed from this movie. But I really loved the practical effects and the puppetry and stuff of this movie. Really felt like they were going back to the old Star Wars where it was, like half CGI, half practical. A lot of the newer Star Wars stuff just sticks with CGI. They do a little bit of practical effects, but the majority of it's just CGI now. So I'm liking the mix or the blend of the practical effects and the CGI again. Yeah, I just loved seeing, especially the promos of Grogu going around and like actually being in all the interviews and stuff for Pedro Pascal. Like Grogu was just sitting there chilling and moving around. I really loved all that. Just like how they did the promo for Project Hail Mary, bringing Rocky around with Ryan Grace. Or yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. But now I'm just waiting around until the Backrooms starts. That's what I'm going to watch next. So I will be back to review that here in just a few minutes. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting on now, is to go watch Backrooms. I'm very excited for that one. I'll see you guys back here in just a few minutes to review the Backrooms, made by Kane Parsons. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a masterpiece. That movie was phenomenal. Kane Parsons, oh my gosh, man. I can see him, I could see him becoming like the next best director. Yeah, like that was phenomenal. That was a Brilliant movie. Lakita Maxwell, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mark Duplass, and then of course Kane Parsons. Oh my gosh, man! Like, I don't remember the name of the therapist or the actress who plays her, but she did phenomenal as well, man. That whole movie was fucking phenomenal. It was not anything that I expected. Like, the first half of the movie, yeah, resembled the memes, the 4chan, the subliminal, or yeah, the liminal split, like spaces, and the just yeah, like the version that Kane Parsons did over on YouTube. Like, the first half of the movie was sort of like that, where, like, yeah, it was just mystery, suspense going into the back rooms or no clipping into the back rooms, and like exploring the back rooms and just being fucking weird. But then that last half of the movie even takes it a step farther, and like it gets in your head, and like they start doing all the psychological and like the therapist talk while also showing the ink monster, or what we think is the ink monster, for the first time, and realizing, oh, it's just a fucked up version of the people in real life on Earth. Like, just fucked up versions of them. Some of them had like 6 eyes. Some of them, their whole face was like cut up, and yeah, it was like the long, lengthy arms, like the ink monster. Like, it was fucked, man. It's just like the farther you get down into it, like the floors goes by floors. Yeah, actually, that was one of the coolest scenes. Is like it felt like we were riding an elevator down, just going floor to floor, looking at how much the world just gets fucked up or misremembered, is what they used. But yeah, that was a brilliant movie, man. That was phenomenal. I love that. I loved every bit of that. And it took the YouTube series and then took it a step farther there at the end. And if he goes off and makes like a TV show or another movie based in the back rooms of, like, maybe Async and Mark Duplass' character. Maybe we get a prequel of Mark Duplass' character, actually him going in there himself into the back rooms and exploring it. And then, yeah, eventually getting to him working for Async, and yeah, going out and exploring it again with Async. Like, I would like, I would like a movie, a TV series. I'd take anything. I'd take anything and everything inside of the world of Backrooms, man. Like this, you could do a whole franchise of just different movies, different subgenres and stuff of the Backrooms. Just like you could do the same thing with the One Wish Willow from Obsession, which actually, I forget his name now, but the director and creator of Obsession has mentioned that that would be cool to do it like a TV show, and do like a different episode, like per genre or whatever. Some of you'd expect to be suspenseful, and something's you're like on the edge of your seat. Something's gonna happen the whole time, but nothing happens that entire episode. Like, it's just a really great wish. But yeah, I could see, yeah, the same thing with the back rooms, like just sending out different groups of people and inside of there and letting them explore it, and everything tying in by async and getting a deeper history of async. We can get a whole movie just about async, the company. Like, I could see this expanding into so many different forms of media. And I loved it. I loved it. That was a phenomenal movie. A really phenomenal movie. I am so happy with how that turned out. Yeah, that was brilliant. If you if you know anything about Backrooms or 4chan or creepypasta or yeah, just liminal or subliminal spaces, like, this is the movie for you. It is so creepy and eerie, but at the same time just like very mysterious, and yeah, just trying to figure shit out the whole time. And yeah, that ending, man, it wasn't scary or anything at all. There was a jump scare here or there, but it was mainly just, creepy, suspenseful the whole time. Wasn't really a horror movie, I wouldn't say, even though that's what they're marketing it as. But I guess there are subgenres of horror. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed my review to Mandalorian and Grogu and the Backrooms. Hopefully I will be back next week for what is it? Scary Movie 6 and Masters of the Universe. And I believe there's a Power Ballad. Power Ballad. That's also coming out with Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas. So I will be watching all three of those. And yeah, my dad has been wanting to watch Masters of the Universe as well. So I'll probably have to go back and take him to that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right.